She said, "I'm blocking you for a week so you appreciate me." I said, "Make it a month." I packed her things overnight, rented a storage unit, and changed the locks. When she texted, "Do you miss me?" On day 28, I replied with the code and blocked her. So I'm Milo Kincaid, 32M. I work compliance for a shipping company in Raleigh, North Carolina. My job is basically read the fine print, follow the process, don't improvise. My girlfriend, Briar Larkin, 29F, is the opposite. She does social media for a wellness studio. Everything is vibes, timing, and teach people a lesson. We'd been together about a year and a half, living together 8 months. The lease was in my name only because I'd renewed it before she moved in. That mattered later. For months, we had the same fight in different costumes. If I didn't reply fast enough, I was ignoring her. If I replied too fast, I was clingy. If I asked a normal question like, "Hey, are you coming home after your shift?" she'd act like I was interrogating her. She loved the power of making me explain myself. Then one Tuesday afternoon, I was in the middle of a meeting. One of those meetings where you're not allowed to blink without someone asking for an update. My phone buzzed twice. I couldn't check it. When I finally stepped out and looked, it was a wall of messages from Briar. First, "Why aren't you answering?" Second, "Hello." Third, "I'm done trying to get basic attention." And then the grand finale, "I'm blocking you for a week so you appreciate me." I stared at it like it was a prank from a stranger, like you're blocking your boyfriend, as punishment. Because he was in a meeting, I didn't call, I didn't FaceTime, I didn't beg. I just texted one line back before she could hit block, "Make it a month," that was it. Immediately the typing bubbles popped up, then vanished, then nothing. Blocked. I stood there in the hallway at work and felt something I hadn't felt in a while, relief. Not because I wanted her gone, but because the rules stopped changing every 5 minutes. She gave me a month of silence, a whole month where I couldn't fail her test, so I used it. That night I got home to an apartment that felt like a stage set for her moods, her throw blankets, her ring light. Her little manifestation, sticky notes on the mirror like I was renting space in my own life. I didn't trash anything, no drama, no shouting into the void. I packed 6 hours. Straight, clothes folded into 2 suitcases she'd brought when she moved in, shoes wrapped, toiletries into a bin. Her hair tools in a bag, the shelf in the bathroom cleared, the kitchen drawer where she kept her supplements cleared, her candles, her journals, her half-finished crafts that lived on my dining table like a permanent project. I took photos of everything as I went, not for revenge, for proof. Dates, time stamps, boxes numbered. By 1:10 a.m., her stuff was stacked by the door like an orderly exit. Next morning, I took off work, drove to a storage facility 10 minutes away. Climate-controlled 5x10. New lock. First month promo, $49. Normal rate after that, $96 a month. I rented a small van for 2 hours, $59 plus mileage. My friend Tevin helped me load everything. We didn't talk much. He just kept glancing at me like he expected me to crack. I didn't. We moved her stuff into the unit. I took photos of every box inside. I saved the digital receipt. I saved the gate code email. I saved everything. Then I went straight to a locksmith, $180, new lock, new keys. And because I'm me, I also called my building office and said, "Briar Larkin no longer lives here. Please note it. Do not let anyone into my unit." The woman on the phone just said, "Okay, honey," like she'd heard this story 1,000 times. That weekend, I did something I hadn't done in months. I cleaned my apartment without being corrected. I moved the furniture back to where I liked it. I put my stuff back on the shelves. I deleted our shared grocery list. I canceled the streaming profile that was basically just her shows. I opened a new checking account and moved my autopay bills because she had access to my old account from when we split errands and I wasn't risking accidental charges. I didn't feel angry. I felt done. On day 3, my phone buzzed from an unknown number. It was her friend. "Hey Milo, it's Sarah. Briar's really upset. This whole thing got out of hand. Can you just talk to her?" I replied one time. She blocked me to teach me a lesson. I took the time she gave me and ended it. "Please don't contact me again." Then I blocked that number too, and I waited. Update 1. 2 weeks after the storage unit text, 2 weeks after I moved her stuff, I got added to a group chat with 5 women I barely knew, names I recognized from birthday parties and brunch pictures. The girls. First message: Milo, you need to fix this. Second, she's been crying for days. Third, you're really going to let her stuff sit in storage like trash? I didn't argue with 5 people at once. That's a trap. I dropped one message. She blocked me for a month to teach me a lesson. That was her choice. These are her consequences. Then I left the chat and blocked every number. 10 minutes later, someone knocked on my door. Briar's sister, Dahlia, 26F. She had that calm face people wear when they're about to say something cruel in a reasonable tone. Milo, she said, like she was doing me a favor. Briar's devastated. She didn't think you'd actually what? I asked. Accept it. Dahlia blinked. You locked her out, she said. I changed the locks on my apartment after she blocked me for a month, I said. And I moved her things into storage so she could pick them up. She tried a new angle. She has mail here. I'll forward it, I said. Then she lowered her voice. She says you were cold, like you didn't care. That one almost made me laugh, because I cared so much for so long that I let her treat love like a scoreboard. Like if she was upset, I had to pay a fee and apologies. I opened the door wider and pointed to the empty hallway. She's not getting back in, I said. If you're here to pressure me, you're wasting your time. Dahlia stood there for a second, studying me like she expected me to soften. Then she sighed like I was disappointing her personally and walked away. Later that week, a guy named Arlen, one of Briar's childhood friends, texted me. Hey man, wanna grab a beer? No drama, I agreed because I wanted to know what story Briar was telling. Also because I was tired of being painted as a villain in conversations I wasn't allowed to enter. We met at a low-key bar. I ordered a soda. He ordered a beer and looked uncomfortable immediately. He said, So Briar says you ghosted her. I just nodded once. Did she mention the month-long block? Arlen's eyebrows lifted. The what? So I pulled up the screenshot. The exact text. The date. He stared at it for a long time. She told everyone you blocked her, he said quietly. Of course she did, I said. It sounds better that way. Arlen shook his head like he was rewinding everything he'd heard. Then he said, She keeps saying she's willing to forgive you. I smiled, just a little. Forgive me for what? Respecting what she asked for. He didn't have an answer. When we left, he said, I'm not getting involved. But yeah, she's not telling people the truth. I know, I said. That's why I documented everything. Around that time, I started seeing someone casually, not as a revenge thing, not as a look what you lost thing, just normal. Her name is Ren Calloway, 31F. She's a physical therapist. She texts like an adult. If she's busy, she says she's busy. No punishments, no tests. It felt suspiciously peaceful. And that's when I realized how loud Briar's chaos had been. Update 2, 1 month after the storage unit text. A month after I sent the storage unit code, Briar showed up at my workplace. Not inside the building, security wouldn't let her. But right at the entrance where employees badge in. My coworker Rowan called me and said, Your friend is outside. I walked down calm, not because I was fearless. Because I knew she wanted a reaction. Briar was standing there with the soft, sad face on, holding a small gift bag like she'd seen a movie where this works. She said, Can we talk? I didn't step closer. No, her eyes narrowed for half a second, then she breathed in like she was resetting. I made a mistake, she said. I was trying to get you to care. I cared, I said. You just didn't like how it looked unless it hurt. She flinched, then switched tactics. Do you even realize what you did? She snapped. You put my stuff in storage like I'm nothing. You blocked me for a month, I said. You gave me the time to make a clean break. She raised her voice. People were starting to glance over. That was the point. You're humiliating me, she said. I kept my voice low. Leave, or I'm asking security to escort you. Her eyes went glossy, not with sadness, with rage that I wasn't playing my assigned role. She leaned in and hissed, You think you're so perfect. Then she tossed the gift bag at my feet and walked away. Inside was a hoodie of mine she'd taken, and a handwritten note. You're my person. Stop being stubborn. I took a photo of the note, put the hoodie in my car, and went back upstairs. That afternoon, a Venmo request came through. $412. Caption, shared bills plus emotional damage. I declined it. Added a note, do not contact me again. Then came the calls from new numbers. One voicemail, Milo, answer me. This is cruel. Another, I know you're home, your lights are on. That one made my stomach drop, because it wasn't dramatic. It was precise, so I did what the calm version of me does. I escalated on paper. I paid an attorney $375 to draft a cease and desist letter. Not a threat, not a rant. Just a formal statement, stop contacting me, stop showing up, stop using third parties. Any communication goes through email only for storage pickup logistics. That's it, certified mail, signature required. She signed for it. 2 days later, her cousin tried again from a random number. Why are you doing this to her? I didn't respond. Instead, I emailed the storage facility and extended the prepaid unit for 1 more month because I wanted 0 excuses. Then I sent Breyer one final email. Your items are in Unit 214. Gate code and access are available after you confirm a pickup date. This is the only message you'll get from me. No feelings, no debate, just logistics. A mutual friend messaged me, you're really going to let it get auctioned? I replied, she's an adult, it's not my stuff, it's not my responsibility. And for the first time, I meant it without guilt. Final update 2 months after the storage unit text. 2 months after all of this, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. I almost ignored it, but something told me to answer. It was a man's voice, tired, careful. This is Corbin Larkin, he said, Breyer's dad. I paused. Okay, he exhaled slowly. I'm not calling to yell, I'm calling to apologize. I heard the real version, not the one she tells people. I didn't say finally. I didn't rub it in, I just said, I appreciate that. Corbin continued, she's done this before, the blocking, the tests, the prove you love me stuff. We've tried to talk to her. She doesn't hear it. He sounded embarrassed. Like he hated being the clean-up crew for his adult daughter. I don't want anything from you, he said. I just wanted you to know you weren't crazy. That hit harder than I expected, because for months I had felt crazy, like caring was a flaw, like normal communication was an offense. I told him the truth. I didn't want to fight, I just wanted peace. He said, good, keep it. After that call, the contact finally stopped. No more new numbers, no more surprise appearances, no more friends popping up with just talk to her. Ren and I kept seeing each other, slowly, equal effort, no games. She actually laughed when I told her about the blocked for a week thing. Who does that? She asked. Apparently someone who wants power, I said. The storage unit situation resolved the most predictable way possible. Breyer never paid a cent. Never coordinated a pickup. She kept telling people she was taking legal action, but nothing ever came. Just talk. So I followed the process I'd already documented. I emailed her once more with a deadline. No response. Then I let the storage company handle it. Not because I'm cruel. Because I'm not going to be held hostage by someone else's refusal to be responsible. And here's the lesson. If someone uses silence as punishment, they're not trying to fix the relationship. They're trying to control it. The moment I stopped scrambling for her approval, the whole power game collapsed. That's not love. That's leverage. Subscribe, like, and share if you want more stories like this. And comment below, have you ever been tested with silent treatment or blocking? And do you think I handled it right, or should I have tried one last conversation?